Lewis Hart for The Ring magazine. Delighted today to be joined with Liam Beefy Smith here on Fight Week. It's the first Fight Week for you in about 19 months. How's things? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Good to be back and looking forward to Saturday.
Yeah, as I say, obviously it's not by choice, but a long layoff for yourself. 19 months. How does it feel, I guess, to be back in Fight Week, having that feeling? And I guess sort of just back in the swing of things, be back in the ring. Is it relief? Would you say? Like, how would you describe the feeling?
Yeah, it's just great to be back. Great to be back in shape after the 2 years I've had with the injury I had. When I say the injury I had, obviously I got a little bit unfortunate getting ill with Josh. I didn't get injured for the September card. I just got ill a week before. So just great to be back fit and healthy, and great to be involved in Fight Week and on a card of this magnitude. Yeah, as I say, when you have all those emotions sort of factored into it, and how sort of the whole sort of time has been, and when you get in the ring on Saturday, will it be sort of a case of sort of just almost getting all the frustration out, in a sense, of having that inactivity? Yeah, just a lot of frustration out of the loss I had and the people saying, he's finished with, and again, I'm like, how can I be finished? Obviously, there was issues and reasons behind the performance I had. It was not because I got old overnight or, I was finished. I just can't get out. The same people who said I was finished was the same people who were saying kind of I was the best middleweight in the world when I beat Chris the first time. And I didn't really have a fight in between, not to put miles on the clock. So it's just a great opportunity now to announce I'm back. As cheesy as that sounds and as cliche as that sounds, it's no good being back in the gym and people hearing sparring rumours. It's you need to be under the lights and you need to be winning, and this is just a good opportunity on a bill like this to announce I'm back. Yeah,
I remember I spoke to you in the gym about sort of when the first fight just got announced, and you spoke about whenever sort of it comes to a fight, you feel like it always is the case that people said, have you got a lot to prove, and you felt like sort of wanted a bit of respect, but you feel like now with this fight, there's a lot more questions for you to ask than ever in any fight that you've had before.
Yeah, obviously, but it still all leads back to the same thing. I get asked this, I have done for a number of years now. You've reached the top. What desire have you got left? What are you still your incentives in boxing? And I've been asked that now for 6 years. Probably since I lost to Munguia, I've probably been asked that question again. Every press conference, and like I said before, it's that simple. To think I'm old because of the grey hair. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, I was grey just not long after the loss to Canelo. Take the grey hair out of it. I'm still, a young 36. I still play football. I still live a good, clean life. So, yeah, basically, I just.
Is it annoying?
I can't really. I don't know. It's not. No, not really, because it's annoying getting asked the same question for 6 years. Yeah, do you know what I mean? What desire have I got left and all that? Like, it shows you how much desire I've got left to get in the shape I'm in now after the shape I was in, after the injuries. And like I said, could I retired 5 years ago and being happy? I've been British Commonwealth World Champion. I've done well more than I set out to do in boxing. And I've done well more than I ever expected to do in life. I didn't want to box. I wish I could have told you, I dreamt of being world champion as a baby. I didn't. So I couldn't really have that, that emotional moment where I've dreamt of this my whole life, because I didn't. I started boxing at 14, and it was just, I was a bit better at boxing than I was at football. So I eventually earned a living out of boxing. And for me to win a British title, I could have retired happy. Obviously, I went on to win a world title. So I can retire 5 years ago and being happy, but I'm still here, and I think that answers what desire I've got.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Just touching on there, obviously the main event with it being Eubank Jr., Ben, but specifically Eubank for yourself, clearly that's someone that you have a dislike for, and sort of other people involved in the fight week as well, Ben Shalom, etc. Is it hard for yourself not to sort of get sort of frustrated or distracted with all sort of the fight week stuff when you are seeing them guys
it's hard to keep my mouth shut, especially like some of the shit I'm seeing Ben Shalom doing and saying. Mate, like, I've got pictures of you jumping around and me stopping Chris and the shit you've done and said, and then obviously you went and signed Chris. It's hard to keep your mouth shut. It's hard to keep your mouth shut when I listen to some of Chris's interviews. You know, like, he's the world beater. It's like, you're happy with 1-1 with me. I stopped you in 4, you stopped me in 10. There's no reason why we shouldn't have had a trilogy. You fought Kamil Sumatra or something on the Saudi show. I understand if you were going on to wanting to fight, you know, Golovkin or Canelo after me, you fought that Kamil kid, and I just don't realise why we didn't have the trilogy, but it's down to me to beat Aaron and put myself back in a position for that.
Yeah, I know you said it's hard to keep your mouth shut, but is it hard not to get distracted as well when you're like, sort of when there is like not take the eye off the ball, but
not really distracted, because like I said before, you know, the two of them are fortunate and very, very lucky that their dads are who they are, because that's the reason they're getting truckloads of money for this fight. You know, they're getting absolute fortunes because of the dads. They're not getting fortunes because of both their ability and both what they've done in boxing. You know, they're getting fortunes because of the rivalry, their 2 second names.
Yeah. Well, Liam, appreciate taking time to speak to me. It means a lot. Good to see you back in the ring, and I can't wait for Saturday. Appreciate the time. Thank you. Cheers, mate.